we're going to learn how to make the square and the circle. Just trace a circle onto your paper. Okay, that's very simple. And for the square, and if you want a tip on keeping your pencil sharp, as you make your line, you can rotate your pencil. So I'm going to pull this line and I'm going to rotate my pencil. That actually will sharpen it as you use it. We're going to do 4 lines on here. I'm going to go straight across, but as we go from this point to this point, I'm going to wave the line. Let's go the other direction. And now across this way. And as I'm doing this, I'm looking at dividing up these big areas as well. So let's go to here. Let's go that way. Okay, now I've got one more line to make, and I can see that I would like to divide that up pretty good. Okay, that's divided. I always like to start as light as possible, and here's my tip I can give you. To get as light as possible without putting pressure on the pencil, I lift the paper up, and this is going to be my light area, and I'm going to go to dark as I go to the center of this. But if I pick the paper up, it's just the pencil is barely going to touch this, and I can get a really, really nice light value. You can't even see it. And I can work my way. I leave that pure paper, don't touch that. That is pure paper, no graphite at all. And as I work my way down, I gradually build up that graphite. So what I'm going to do is, you can see I've already drawn some. There's already graphite on this paper. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to cover over where my hand is going to rest. That way I can rub my hand over top of this and I'm not going to smear the graphite that's underneath. Okay, I'm going to work on just this shape right here. I've already got the pure paper to pure graphite. So I know I'm going to have to go from pure paper over here to pure graphite right here. So here's a really good trick to getting that super light value. Lift up your paper. So you're not going to be adding pressure to your pencil, and any pressure that you have on your pencil is going to be pushed away by the lifting up of the paper. So my paper's lifted, and I'm not going to have a heavy hand, and I'm just going to lightly put a layer of graphite on. It's so light you can barely see it. I tend to go in every different direction. I scribble, I go back and forth. I just put that value on. It is always easier to go back and layer on more graphite. It is more difficult to try to remove an area that you got too dark. Okay, I've got a lot more than what I need, so what I can do now is I can actually put the paper down and I can go to the dark side, and I'm going to actually draw the outline first. And you get a really nice pencil line if what you do is you put some heavy pressure here at the darkest part, and then as I move away I lift up the pencil and I get a really nice quality of a line from thick to thin. And then I can start going, and I've got some slight pressure on here, but again not so much that I'm going to dent the paper. This is done by layers and not by pressure. So it's layers and layers and layers, and I go in every different direction possible. What helps for me when I go in all these different directions is I don't end up seeing pencil strokes. I end up seeing just value that's laid in there. And then as these two values meet, this darker area to this lighter area, I can apply the pressure as needed, and I can go back and evaluate what needs more graphite. But again, it's not deciding what needs less graphite, it's the areas that need more graphite. What we're going to do here is just pick one section at a time. So if I start right here, I'm going to decide, okay, I'm going to go from pure graphite to pure paper. So let's just try that, and let's stick with this idea of one side to the next, pure graphite to pure paper. Okay, now I'm going to select this shape. You have to do something right next to it. Either this one, or this one. All right, so I'm going to go right here, and since this is pure paper, this is going to be pure graphite. So I will darken up this side. We're going to do this shape. It's a big one, but it's going to tell us what to do because this is pure graphite and pure paper. So we have to do the opposite. We're going to do pure paper here to pure graphite where this touches the pure paper. So this right here will be the dark side. I'm going to show you how to use this gummy eraser. It is a kneaded eraser, and the warmer it is, the softer it gets. So if you knead it in your hands, you can actually bring it to a point or a dull mark, just whatever you need to lift up the graphite. This is designed to lift and not to rub away graphite. All right, so I've got a smudge out here, and so what I want to do, I don't need a sharp point for that. I can just bring a small area up, and I can lift that away. It's like silly putty. Okay, so that can clean up my paper. I have a stray mark up here that you can see, and that's a little bit more precise. So I'm going to give myself an edge to this. I'm going to hold that against here, and I'm going to slightly pull it across that edge, and that picks up that graphite. Okay, another trick that you can do is I want these lines in here for this crater on this moon surface area. So I'm going to get myself a nice small area, and I'm going to point it, and I'm going to flatten that point, and that's going to be it's going to be a drawing tool rather than an erasing tool, but I'm going to draw by erasing. So I'm going to pull this line out into this dark graphite a little bit more, so I can start here and I can pull, and that picked up some graphite, so I've got to make another one. I'm going to go there, and I'm going to pull, and I'm going to do that maybe one more time, and I think I will have lifted enough. So again, I get that point, I get a nice sharp edge, and I'm going to place that against here, and I'm going to pull it out until I achieve what I want. Okay, I think I like that, which I wanted to put maybe one more right here. Oh, that didn't end in a nice point. I want to fix that. Okay, and that's how you can use your gummy eraser.